Welcome everybody. We are going to start another draw along. This is our Friday draw along, so I will not be doing them over the weekend, but catch me Monday and I'll be back making some more art. Today I thought it would be a fun exercise if we skip the pencil. If we skip the pencil and go right into the markers, if you have some, if you have anything else permanent like a pen or a crayon, or a colored marker, that'll do just fine. But I think a big part of art for me is learning how to be comfortable with mistakes, learning how to turn them into things, and I learn more about that all the time. So right now I'm doing some comic stuff. There's lots of great comic resources out there. This is just one of the books that I find helpful. Scott McCloud's Making Comics. But actually, I'm learning from Linda Berry right now, who's, her style is a bit more, has to do with making mistakes, being comfortable with those. And so I thought it might be fun to do kind of a comic exercise today. So one of her first exercises in her book is turning yourself into a comic. Really simple way to do it. You can practice a few times, and then I thought it would be cool if we made a little comic with each other. Some of you I know have had some experience with this, some of you haven't, so it should be a good warm-up for everybody. So one really simple way to turn yourself into a comic: make a circle, make a little body, kind of got that big head little body thing, and then Ivan Bernetti, who's another comic artist, I think he calls them like noodle arms or noodle legs, something like that. But just really kind of basic two lines, circle, circle, couple little feet. And again, all you detail folk, you can add details later. Got my fingers. And then I'm just thinking about my features. So what is the basic amount of things that I need to make me look like me? I might add some clothes, maybe some jeans, maybe a t-shirt. Maybe a couple shoes. But we're really talking about the face. So the face, I would do kind of the most simple hair I can. I'd do a simple couple eyes. Again, you could go beady. You could turn them into ovals, circles, whatever you're feeling. Maybe a couple eyebrows. Make it as simple as you can. Do a little button nose. Whatever your nose looks like. Whatever mood you're feeling. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A couple ears. And I've got a beard, so I'm gonna do a little line like that. Now, this will be our practice page. I have 2 pages today. I have one to practice making myself, and then I have one to turn myself into a comic. So if you have a couple pages, keep one to practice making yourself, keep the other for making your comic, and I'm just gonna keep going. So maybe try it a little different. Get that round head. Mine's already kind of silly, kind of messed up. That's okay. It's all about making mistakes today. So maybe this one I try some thicker eyebrows. Maybe I try just the beady eyes. Maybe I add a little line to my nose that wasn't there before. I kind of like the hair, but I could try and simplify it even more. Couple ears. Maybe this one's kind of more of a somber mood, I don't know. And then I like that shape for the beard. Maybe I want to add some lines to it though. A little body. Couple stringy arms. Couple stringy legs. Pretty hard to mess this up. I bet I can now. Maybe this one I just want to do lines for the fingers. Whatever. You're a comic. You can be however you like. Maybe this one I'm wearing something a little more formal. Maybe I got a tie on. I don't know. Maybe I'm wearing black pants. There we go. There's another one. Okay, let's try 2 more. If we have room. There's one. There's the head. Sometimes my hair is up a little bit, a little swoopy. Darkening my sideburns. A couple ears. It might be a good exercise to try drawing some things first. I usually do my eyes first. So maybe I'll try my mouth first. See how that feels. Maybe I want my nose to have 2 sides this time. Maybe I want my eyes to have little lines over them. Maybe I want striped shirt. And then this last one. Maybe this one's more me as like a superhero. I've got some cool goggles. Maybe I look kind of stoic because I'm a superhero. Maybe I have a super suit. As you can see, I'm going a lot looser than I might normally go. Maybe I got some super boots. Maybe I got a cape. You add your own. And then after this, I want you to pick your favorite. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Though I do like the superhero, I think I'm gonna go with this character right here. That character. And then we are gonna make a comic. So pick your favorite character. You might need to catch up, you might need to pause, take a break. That's fine. Pick your favorite character and then keep checking this out to see how we're gonna make a comic. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna fold my paper in half. The long way, or the short way. Fold it in half the long way, make your paper long. You should have a window shape. That's good. If you want, carefully, because you don't want to go off the edge, if you want, you can trace that line with your marker or pen, just to make sure that you can see your comic. In a window, these are called panes, and in a comic, they're called panels, so it's pretty close. So panels show different moments in time. And so we're gonna take our character and we're gonna make a comic. Again, I like this one right here, this top character. I'm gonna try and copy that into my comic, or as close as I can. So, the 4 things that I want you to put in panels 1, 2, 3, and 4, I want you to think of 4 different moments of your week. 4 different things that have happened so far. It's Friday. I know we're not going outside usually. We're not doing as many things as we might normally do. But I want you to think of 4 things that happened during your week. And I want you to try and draw them. So one thing that happened actually last night was I got to hang out with some of my neighbors around. They have a yard and they have a little fire pit in there, so they have little teeny campfires. So I'm going to draw myself over here, and you'll notice I have a slightly smaller marker. If you have a smaller one and you want to use those for details, it doesn't matter if these characters look exactly the same. I'm just going for close enough. I just liked that design, so I was having fun at the fire pit. So I'm smiling. Can't forget my ear. And I gotta leave room for the fire. So it's this little teeny fire. Make this kind of, is it a rhombus shape? Maybe put a few logs in there. A couple rectangles. So here's me standing near the fire. Got my legs. My hand looks like it's in the fire, but I'm actually behind it. I didn't set my hand on fire, as you can see. And then my neighbor Lewis was there. I'm gonna draw him. Another round head. Another little body. His hand also looks like it's in the fire, but we're behind it, I promise. His hand is okay too. Lewis has curly hair. I think I'm gonna give him some darker eyebrows. His hair's a little darker than mine. Maybe I'll darken in my eyebrows. My hair. His nose might be a little longer. So that's one thing I did. Was at his fire pit, and he had a fence in the backyard too. So make a zigzag line. Add some little lines for the fence. All right, what else did I do this week? What else did I do? You know what? I've actually been trying to stay healthy during this break off, but I did go get some candy, so I'm gonna maybe make myself picking up candy. So sometimes I like to draw the background first. So here's the grocery store here. It was Wegmans. So maybe I'll write that. Add some little bricks. Make a little horizon line, maybe some clouds. It was a pretty nice day. And draw a big head. Me walking to my car. Maybe I'm holding up the candy. I think it was something peanut buttery. Again, trying to copy my same character. That's a good exercise. Maybe I got a little line under my eye. I'm excited for candy. I have a pretty big sweet tooth. Alright, so that's 2 things I've done during my week. Let's think about a couple more. I really like walking through this park. I have a park nearby. It's called Highland Park, so maybe I draw some of the walking path that I walk on, like that. I can draw some trees. When I draw trees, I draw kind of like this gnarly, almost like hand shape. And then I usually fill it with leaves later. Not a lot of leaves out right now though. Only some of the trees like evergreens, they're pine needles and stuff. So most of the trees are kind of bare. I could add some extra branches if I want. There we go. That looks good. There's actually a lot of these little wildflowers out. I don't know if they're violets or what. I think a lot of them are purple, a lot of them are white. I'm not very good at figuring out flowers by looking at them, so here is me walking outside by the park. I like making that circle shape for the hand. It's easy for me. Maybe in this one my eyes are kind of closed because I'm feeling a little peaceful. If you change the eyes and if you change the eyebrows, you get really different effects when you're making comics. Little bits of expression. So I'm walking along. Maybe there's someone else back here. I do see a lot of people out walking their dogs. Maybe this person's got a dog. Yours is gonna look totally different from mine. That's totally cool. This park is also full of all these little benches I like too. They all have different quotes on them. And I think the last one, I don't really need this anymore. I'm gonna do my wife, Mrs. Davis, and I watching a movie. So we have our table that we watch our movies on. We mostly watch movies on a computer. So I'll have that open up. We kind of stack it on some big books. I know, living the high life. We were lucky we got to the library before it closed down. I'm gonna put a couple heads here. In her hair, she's got these big bangs and some big kind of swirls of hair. She's got kind of wavy hair. Now her eyes are a bit bigger than mine, so I might draw the whole thing. Draw her nose. Her smile is bigger than mine, so I'll draw that. And if we're sitting, you'd see our bodies, but our legs are kind of dangling down. Simple hand shape, I'm just using a circle and some fingers. And here's me, maybe I'll add some lines to my beard, why not? So here we are watching a movie on our couch. My legs are hanging down. I'll just draw the couch in the background, like that, coming down near our feet. maybe a little fold in the middle. I could make it round on the edge. Cool thing about working with a marker or a pen is that it's more messy, but you know, you're turning those shapes into things. So if you mess up, it's great, it's fine. That just means you're trying and trying, trying and trying. We've got some art on the wall behind us. We've got a big map of the United States that I really like, and some other artwork. We're both artists. Here's the back of my computer. You can kind of add some lines to things, darken things up. Maybe there's lines in my books. But yeah, this isn't a comic that kind of follows one story, but it does tell you about my week. Hanging out at the fire pit with my friend and neighbor Lewis, grabbing some candy at Wegmans. I could have probably drawn some cars if I was feeling bold and up to it. Me walking through the park, and me watching a movie with Mrs. Davis. So here is just a short little comic exercise. The cool thing is, it's easy to do. You can fold this up. You know, you can fold up papers and you can make comics after comics. Maybe you want to make a giant one. Maybe you want to tell a whole bunch of different stories from your week. So I know some of you have played around more with comics, and you can make whatever you like. Fill your sketchbooks if you have some. I will catch you next time. It was fun drawing with you. I hope you had fun. Take care, and I'll see you later.